Welcome back to Other Mike Art. This is Other Mike. Let me walk you through how I painted this owl rabbit in Blender. I'm going to start here by marking some edge loops. Marking some seams, actually. And I'm selecting edge loops by double clicking on an edge, and it will select all the vertices in that edge loop. Sometimes, like here, I select too many, so I have to unmark the seam or clear it. When you have the vertices that you want to mark, you hit U to open the unwrap panel, and then select mark seam or clear seam, whichever you want to do. So I hit, when you're done marking the seams, I hit U and then unwrap, and then in the UV editor you can change the layout of your UVs a little bit. So now I'm starting to paint here, and I found a reference image of an owl here, and I'm using it as a color picker. So you can use the eyedropper tool and select colors from an image off to the side there, and then save them in your palette. So here, I started with an orange for the model, and then I started painting in the darker brown color. And I think about here I realize, why paint the whole model? I'm just going to fill it in with that dark color, and then put the orange around the face there, because that's the only place I wanted to put it. Just painting in that face mask there. And I realized I wanted to paint the eye, just to, felt like that would help getting the look of the face better. So here I'm unwrapping the eye quick, creating a new image. Just setting up my windows. And adding the eye texture and the material editor. Now I'm going to hide the rest of the body so that I can just paint the eye without it obstructing the view. Painting the pupil in there. And add some nice lines around the iris there. Using a multiply brush. You can see as I'm painting, I changed the fall off curve just to edit the sharpness or blurriness of the brush. Now you can see here I'm masking just the iris here. When you have seams around on a model in texture paint, you can mask to the faces inside those seams, which is nice because now I'm painting on the iris and I don't have to worry about those colors going onto the eye or the pupil. I'm using an overlay brush just to lighten and darken the colors here. Overlay has a nice effect. Multiply kind of just adds black or just darkens what you're doing, but overlay will add light and dark but use color. So I painted the iris kind of orange, and overlay kind of brings out, if you use white it'll bring out the yellow, and if you use black it'll kind of make it more of a burnt orange color there. So now I'm using a very dark brown. Oh, I think I'm going to use the white actually. I'm going to start with the white, the lighter area, and then move to the dark area. I wish I had my reference image more open in the recording. You can kind of see it there off to the left, but I wanted to kind of match the pattern of the owl's face. I'm just adding a black outline around the eye there. This is a very simple texture painting job here. I wanted the character to look kind of cartoony. I was having some issues with the brush kind of starting. It seemed I would start drawing and then it was delayed, so the starts of my strokes weren't actually there. I'm not sure if that was because of the multi-res modifier and the sculpt, or it was just my brush, my pen having some issues there. So I made a black line going over the eyebrow, and then I connected it to the dark color of the ear there. I'm going to paint the lighter color inside the ear there. I'm going to continue the white from the face down underneath the body there, all around to the tail. And just accenting that mask there, the black line. I'm going to paint the feet white. Just deciding how far the white should go up the foot there. And onto the back feet. Just looking the model over. Now here I've masked out just the wing. I'm going to paint the underside white, or it's actually a cream color. If you saw the jump in the recording before the wing, the painting of the wing, I had an issue where it wasn't mirroring, so I had to I actually edited that part out of the recording. I don't remember what the issue was. Now here I'm going to paint some brown in, just to accent each of the feathers here. And then I'm going to take the white and using a very low opacity brush and some pressure sensitivity, I'm going to just fade it out there so the feathers kind of fade from the white to the brown color. I think this just kind of accents the tips of the feathers. Alright, so now that the painting is done, in the next video I'll show you how to create an armature for the owl rabbit.